Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to Monday. Let's get into it. What do you say, huh? Let's do this thing. Here we go. We're off. We're off like a damn dirty dubstep. Oh, what's going on, everybody out in the world today, huh? What's going on with all you guys? Thanks for joining us here on beginning of the week. Good day to you. Good week to you, as well, wherever you are. You could be at work stocking shelves right now. You could maybe be working for, you could be driving a car or a van right now, hauling some elderly people around town, and, of course, you don't want them hearing this vulgarity, coming out of whose mouth, me, Zach, talking that nonsense. Hopefully you got them, you got a big set of cotton headphones on or something like that. So, Senior Eleanor, who's in the back seat, knitting you up a damn soup can or a dang, a toe sock or something, I mean, she's back there. She's doing work, or maybe freaking Richard, who's sitting right next to you. He's halfway. I mean, he doesn't even know where he is half the time, but that's all right. At least, he's enjoying the experience of, the great outdoors, I would say. So, but damn, man, maybe you're with a loved one, just laying in bed and it's just you two holding on to one another, because that's a beautiful thing, you two are just, rubbing each other's beefy bodies all over the place and tossing some, kitchen spices on each other, popping some cumin across the damn room onto each other's backs or something, sprinkling sage around the room and doing, God's work, I guess. But you two, at least you two, are nestled in each other's arms, listening to me, jibba jabba about whatever it is that's going on right now. So, and that's a beautiful thing, I guess, too. So, good to be here with you guys again. I'm just glad, those two beefy bodies are keeping it genuine, I guess, And if that's what you're into, then what else could you ask for, I guess? So, I mean, well, I say I guess. No, really, what else could you ask for? I want to thank you again for listening to this little episode today. Again, thank you. We're in it. Happy Monday again. Beginning of the week. Subscribe. Hit the subscribe button. And, I'm sorry, I'm a little... last night was a long night. Oh, and it's January 9th, 2023. And, man, to be honest with you, I did not get a lot of sleep last night. Last night was a big evening. Had a couple friends come over and we sat down and watched the football games, the last week of football. And I gotta say, um, disappointment from me. I'm not, again, I'm not trying to be downer, but um, the Detroit Lions. Congratulations to you guys. You beat Green Bay, which bumped them out of the playoffs. And man, I know you guys. You guys were essentially, fighting for nothing because you guys were already out of the playoffs too, because of Seattle winning. And but damn, man, you got Detroit. Detroit had a long season. I want to say that they started off a little rusty, and then man, they just started, writing letters to damn, to these other players on the field by saying like I guess I'm sorry for stomping on your necks, because that's what they did for 5-6 games in a row. They just went through their opponents like it's nothing, man. And so was Green Bay, but Green Bay didn't have that curb stomp mentality. And yeah, last night was really it was rough. I went to bed at like 1 o'clock. I'm sorry, man. I need to get some sleep myself. But I wanted to be here with you guys today. And man, what a horrible game, man. I don't even know what the stats were. I don't want to know what the stats were or are or were or whatever. And shit, man, like, to be honest, I don't even care about the rest of the football season anymore. So, I just, little on the, perturbed side, I guess. So, bear with me if I'm, kind of all over the place. It just was not a good night. I had fun, I got those moments in with my friends, and that was nice. But damn, man, what a horrible loss, and what a way to go to sleep with that loss. So, and of course, here it is in the freaking morning, only getting like 6 hours of sleep or whatever, speaking of hearing and listening to me and all that nonsense just now, man, this morning my alarm went off, and the first thought that I had was I could just stay in bed just a little longer. And of course, while I have that thought, my alarm continues to repeat itself in the most annoying sound in the world, And it sucks because, when you're in bed and you're in that peaceful place, you're all wrapped up in your blankets or, cardboard box or whatever you got going on, maybe, and if you don't got a bed, I'm sure you're sleeping on a nice mound of, some sort of, nature-filled soil or something, or maybe like a good park bench. That's good too. But you're all wrapped up and you're just dreaming, and your thoughts are just fluttering with all sorts of stuff because you're in that damn deep sleep. You could be dreaming about damn school during the prehistoric era, or maybe you got Jenny McCarthy flipping up some damn sunny side eggs in space or something. She's making she's fluffing those yolks for you, and man, it could be anything, and you're in it and you're all comfortable and all that, and then all of a sudden you hear that that damn sunrise terrorist, you know, your alarm clock. And you just, once you hear it, you're like, God, why? I thought I had more time, you know, just a little bit more time. But now, even after that, you shut that bitch off, you know, and all you hear just rattling back and forth in your head like a damn BB in a canteen, I mean, playing ping pong with yourself, with your thoughts and everything else. That's the only sound that you have in your head is your damn alarm clock. And you're like, ugh, please get it out of my head. Just get it out somehow, Does this ever happen to you guys? I mean, do you ever hear a song, or something that someone's humming along or whatever, it could be, I don't fuck, man. I mean, could be anything. Could be Britney Spears or uh Joe Budden or Button or Bodden, whatever the dude's name is, and he's been twirling his whatever that song is, twirl like the head like the helicopter or something like that, like take your shirt off like a helicopter or something like that, right? And you just hear that song, or you hear someone else sing that song, and now your brain it just takes over your freaking brain, and you just can't get that melody, that beat, that damn teardrop of bullshit out of your head, I guess, if you want to, I mean, I'm sure that some people enjoy, Britney or Budden or Joe or whatever his name is, but you got that, and it's just it's haunting you, and I had the other day at work, one of my buddies, he started singing this country song, and he doesn't even listen to country music, but he's over there caroling, away, and that's all you hear, that, I mean, that's all I heard in my head for like an hour was that damn song, and it was so hard to concentrate on the task that I was doing. And I finally had to just go out to my car and listen to something so I can unstick damn, man, it was an Alan Jackson song, and I can't fucking remember what it is now. Jukebox, don't rock. Yeah, that's what it is. Don't rock the damn jukebox. Well, Alan Jackson, that's all I could say right now. That's all I can say, But I went out to my car, and I guess the universe was just trying to tell me something, I guess. And but they were talking about new ways of how people could hear, and how they're coming out with new technology for implants, or I can't remember what it was called, like a cochlear. I mean, I'm botching the damn, or it has something to do with your ear holes, your inner ear, and but there's an implant that they're trying out, and it's supposed to help out children, as I think they said as I don't know, as long as, or as young, yeah, as young as like 9 months or something like that. Sorry, I'm gonna hit this. Which, I mean, that's truly amazing if they can make that happen, for these kids and everything. That's a damn something to overcome, to have a disability in that department of life, that little, God pretty much gave you the like he left out a tool, for you. So now, you got to make do with what's what. But damn, man, to be given, I mean, can you imagine you not being able to hear anything? The sounds, I mean, the sound of anything, the sounds of like a car screeching or, doing sex, having a dog bark at you before it just runs you down and bites your inner calf muscle, because that's what dogs like to go for, is that that back leg. So but man, not to be able to hear and that's heartbreaking. I mean, probably right now you're thinking, fuck, dude, I wish I was deaf instead of listening to this dude talking about deafness, because, but then again, guys, I don't even know what I'm talking about half the time. It's just one of those things that, this disability is, it's pretty heartbreaking. But man, yeah, so now they're working on that, and that's good. That's great for them, It's great for us too. So, but that made me think a lot about how much of advantage that most of us have, to not be born with that defect, that inability to hear, I guess. I don't, and but my mind started going into other places about, like, man, I'm sure, there are positive ways of like not being able to hear. There's got to be pros and cons somewhere along the lines of this. And hey, man, if you if you got a pro about any deficiency, or something, that, again, God left out of your life or whatever, you should let us know and hit that voicemail number, 828-630-9575. And let us know, like, if you got something going on with you or a family member or something, or how was it growing up with a sister or a brother or a mom, that either, like, couldn't, like, use their left hand, or or can't speak well, like myself. I got that stutter that makes you feel like, you're looking at me, like, when I'm talking, I feel like I'm chewing on a piece of ice, like I'm freezing, like I'm and I can't, I try to get the words out, and I fumble and toss and roll my damn vowels and everything down a hill before I can even get them out of my mouth, But damn, what was? Oh yeah, pros, So I was thinking about, it can't be all bad, not having that, the outside sound influence, that hearing, let's see. I was thinking about, like, what are the pros again? I guess you could ignore your parents, you don't have to really deal with them or whatever. You don't have to, you could put your spouse or your girlfriend or boyfriend, in check by just saying, like, dude, I mean, can't hear shit when you're yelling. All I know is that you look angry, and that's all I can do about it, I guess you could um, avoid unwanted phone calls. Like bill collectors are calling you up. You owe us, $63.47 from, you know, your last, condom drop off or whatever. Because I'm sure that there's somebody out there that's delivering condoms door to door somewhere. But maybe not. I don't know. Maybe that's just in my head. Probably. But I guess it's just if you don't want to have a conversation with somebody, you don't have to, which is really it's kind of nice in a way sometimes. And you could find peace and quiet, I think. It helps you stay out of drama. But that's what I was kind of thinking, the pros and this and that. Living in Savannah, I went to school with a kid that had a brother that was, had that challenge, and his older brother would always steal his earpieces, his damn whatever they're what are they called? Hearing aids, and he would essentially hide them from his little brother. And so, of course, his little brother's wandering around the house and this and that, and just trying to, get his life back in order. And, his older brother wasn't he wasn't the best person, I would say. This kid had more problems than his younger brother, always getting into, I got into a lot of trouble myself back in the day, but this kid, he damn put that ear technology in fucking peanut butter and think it was funny. And of course, like, why are you dipping, 2 scoops of God's tree work, grounded up creamy cream work in, why do you gotta place that into the mix of your brother's hearing? Like, it's just, this guy was just kind of in his own element, I guess, man. So but yeah, that's about like the closest, part from my existence of like hearing, but I mean, damn, man, we gotta appreciate sound, man. Like, sometimes, life gets so crazy and we forget like how lucky we are, about, not being, we take our instincts and senses for granted all the time, and one of them, that, like my buddy's brother, God gave him that damn, that Beethoven nightmare, I guess, if you want to call it that. He packaged it for that young boy in that, and I guess, the Lord just didn't check off all the boxes for that. So, but that kid still has just like everybody else, has desires and thoughts in his head about what he wants to do and how to overcome this, this thing that's going on with him, and that's, that's big, I don't really have anything, wrong with me except, what's in my head. I don't do tests well, but I still have the ability to run, walk, pick up things, that sort of deal. So, and that's, I couldn't ask for much more, so, but I guess, those reasons, those pros, could be, they could be nice. That could be a nice thing. Trying to look at the other side of the coin. It can't all be negative. Negativity going into life like that. Like, and here, it's just sound is so important to us. I mean, you wouldn't be able to tell if someone's about to creep up on you with a damn, frozen milkshake and put that bitch in a straw and spit it out on your damn neck, just because, someone thinks it's funny or whatever. But, yeah, I mean, you wouldn't be able to, driving, that would be tough. Listening to music, you couldn't do. But like I said, technology's working out for these people, which is, that just makes a world of difference, and that's a beautiful thing, man. It really is, to give these people more of a chance at life, almost like being got that Ray Charles going on, where you're, being blind that's got to be a hell of a thing, man. Always being, stuck in your own thoughts, I guess, but, yeah, it just makes me wonder if people that can hear things, if they, like genders, a male, a female and a male gender, hearing something, like I'm sure females got this hearing thing down, scroll it out, sign it, do all that. They got this, they got that vocabulary, hearing, ability. My sister, she's damn. She could pick out a piece of music, the tone and everything else, man, and put it all together and construct it out and all that stuff. Like, she has the ability to hear that sort of thing. I mean, damn, she could damn hear two owls fucking 3 states away, Meanwhile, I can't even hear, like, if there's a knock on the door or at the door and everything, and I go to the door and no one's there, I'm like, where did I hear the damn knock? Something between male and female. I think males have got to lose their hearing faster than than females. They got to. So, but damn, man. What else has been going on? Not a whole lot. Just the, oh God, man, I'm tired. Sorry guys. Sorry I'm all over the place with this episode, and it's not. It's just. It's been a rough day. I guess that's what I'm trying to say, But, yeah. It also makes me wonder if, and I'm not trying to sound, this is not a racist thought, okay? And I'm throwing it out there real quick, but I kind of wonder if, does a, because everyone has their own languages too, So, I mean, does a white person hear the same as a damn, I don't know, as a Korean person? Do they hear the same vowels and syllables and all that other stuff? I know language is different for everybody, but, does a black person hear the same as, a Latino person? I mean, people always say that, like you could tell the difference between, a white guy and a black guy, if they're on the phone. And then all of a sudden you show up in real life and you're like, whoa, wait a second. I got that. I fucked that up bad. Because you are not black. You aren't that. You sound like it, you know? And no, you aren't white, you know? I mean, it just makes me, it's what our perception is of how we hear things. And damn, man, like me, I can only speak for myself, of course, like playing music, to have the ability to do that is nice. Of course it's nice. I mean, well, let's see, what am I trying to say? There would be no way if I and I'm not trying to make this entire pod about hearing, but damn, man, we have to really appreciate it. Later on in life we won't have it. So, it's just one of those things, man. You could damn, man, I don't know. I don't know what I'm trying to say right now. I mean, right now, I guess I'm trying to put my own words out of my own head. I want to, kind of, in a way, I wish I was like deaf drunk right now or something. So, but, yeah, that just like that guy, there was a guy the other day who now I don't know if he had a hearing problem or whatever, but this dude who was working at the airport got sucked into the dang propeller, and got sucked in there and turned his body into gravy train dog food. And I don't know if he's wearing, those category 8 earmuffs where he couldn't fucking hear anything, or whatever they're wearing out there. But, the airplane ate him. And, c'est la vie, R.I.P. So, but that was kind of wild to hear for a moment. Sorry guys, I know this is not the greatest episode or anything, but again, I'm just right now I'm just trying to hold everything together. It would have been really cool to have a call or two or a text just to, vary this up a little bit instead of just listening to me. Because it's just it's been a long week, or not a long week, long weekend, and the beginning of this week for me was pretty long. So, but damn, man, I just want to say what's up to you guys today. Next week will be more of a fulfilling episode, more not so serious, not so dwelling on this and that. Like I said at the beginning of this year, I was going to try to be enthusiastic and bold and everything else. I mean, I guess in a way, I'm still a little, dick hurt on Green Bay losing the way they did. And, I guess that's a thought that's reoccurring in my head. So, but, yeah, man, there's not a whole lot going on with me right now, or, there's nothing crazy going on. But I guess I will say that, we're working things out in here still, as we will all the time. I'm just trying to get better at this, and It's going to be a week by week thing. I think we're going to start making shorts, you know, because this is supposed to be more uplifting, more comedic based, more not just blah 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 blah. Because I mean, right now that's what it sounds like, and that's again, not every one of these is going to be great. So, but I will say, next week, I promise you, it'll be great. It'll be way better than what it is. Not sure what we're going to be, talking about or anything. But I think we're gonna get into a more raw material. We should get into that sort of shit, huh? Yeah, that hard R, So, but yeah, man, it's it looks like we are going on almost 40 minutes, and me, I'm gonna go fix myself something to eat, when I get out of here and fucking hit the bed, dude. Try to get my life back in order. So, well, guys, if you got someone in your family that has a disability or whatever, or a neighbor, maybe this week, maybe you should lend them a helping heart, and let them know that you're there for them, and that you're thinking about them. So, all right, guys, I'm going to wrap this up. We're going to go out the same way we came in with that. Damn, man. Oh, I'm sorry. You guys are probably fucking falling asleep on yourselves right now, listening to me babble on about whatever. So, but, all right, guys, have a wonderful week. Stay safe. And, be true to yourselves. And thanks for being with me today. And, we'll see you again next week. All right. All right. Let's get into this friggin' show. Let's do this, huh? All right, everyone. Be well. Be real. And don't even think about throwing those hearing aids in a damn big batch of ranch or whatever. You know what I'm talking about. Let's go. Be well, everybody.